That's a good song. Hey guys, well, I I missed your videos. It's okay, it's okay. Don't worry, don't worry. Don't worry, man. Um, really don't worry, eh? Um, good music. I like the music. Yeah, it's good. Better than in other places. Better than in other places.
Yeah.
Yeah, better. I like it.
Thank
Well, what am I gonna talk about? I don't know. I don't know. But I've gone through this before a few times in my life where I know I want to start doing something again, that you just feel it's right. In this case, sharing ideas, thoughts, and I have many and I've been writing about them, but sharing them also through video and 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 I don't know where to start. You know, there are so many subjects, and there's not one in particular right now that I have that I feel very clearly. So whenever I do, I will share it. But now I just needed to push myself through that limitation of not knowing what to say, not knowing what to do, not knowing what to talk about, and just say something, you know? Open that communication, and there you go. That's a subject. Opening up the communication. That, I think, is very important in any kind of relationship. A lot of times we're waiting for words to be super clear in our mind, for us to know exactly what to say, and for the other person for us to perceive the other person to be open, you know, and ready to hear us, and that they will understand us, and that the dialogue, or that the conversation, the communication will be productive, and that it will be the way you want it to be. And it's often not like that. It's often the opposite. It's often dirty, it's often ugly, it's often uncomfortable. And I've shared this before. The success you achieve in life, or that you create in any area of your life, relationships, business, is proportionate to the amount of uncomfortable conversations that you have, that you're willing to have. So you have to break through that distance, or through that uncomfortableness, through that space, through that silence. You have to say something, anything, as truthful as you can be. That's why I started this video, or that's why I've shared here that I didn't know what to say. Because what am I going to do? Force myself to talk about a certain subject that I'm not feeling? Well, a lot of people do that because they think that they have to talk about something specific. I think you should be as honest as you can be. And sometimes that means that you admit that you don't know what to say, but that you feel that you have to say something. And that generally takes you in a direction of more clarity, of more connection to yourself and to the other person and to whatever you have to be connected to. It's kind of like it puts you in a flow, when you just allow yourself to say the truth, to say whatever is truthful for you in that moment, as much as you can. So I think that's very important. And I think now we have talked about something that I feel is powerful, productive, important, very significant. A lot of times it's uncomfortable. A lot of times you feel like you have to do something or say something, but you don't know how. You're not sure of exactly how to do it or what to say. And that's okay. You start by saying that you don't know how, or that you're not sure of what to say, but that you feel like something must be said. Jordan Peterson, one of my biggest role models today, one of my biggest mentors. For me, the greatest intellectual of our time, philosopher. He says, one of the many things that I've taken from him, idea, is something like this. I'm not sure if I'm saying exactly the way he said it. I might be paraphrasing, but it's, when you have something to say, silence is a lie. When you have something to say, silence is a lie. And lies weigh a ton, and they destroy your life sooner or later. The moment you start to lie or hold on to something, suppress yourself, suppress your truth, that moment, whether it appears like that or not, whether you think it's convenient or not, but that moment, I think, you start to kill yourself. And the opportunity of creating anything beautiful, anything sustainable. So speak your truth, whatever that is. Break through that resistance, that fear of being judged or being rejected or being misunderstood, or of being imperfect. It's worth it. It's very worth it. That's it for now.